Happy Friday, everyone. It is Marielle with Fathom Realty. Thank you for joining me again. Today, I wanted to talk about what is earnest money and why is this so important on the buying and the selling side. So first, what is earnest money? It is simply showing good faith from the buyer to the seller, to show good faith. So when you put an offer on a home, one of the line items that on the offer that needs to be filled in is the earnest money. It is amount of money ranging from $1 to typically it should be around 1% of the offer price. Doesn't have to be, and it could be a little bit more depending how comfortable you are as the buyer to bring to the seller as a good offering and how serious you want to purchase their home. So that form of money has to be available immediately. Say, for instance, a seller accepts your offer. That amount of money that you filled in has to be presented in a personal check or cashier's check and given to the seller within 3 days of an executed contract. So why is this so important? On the selling side, it gives the seller some comfort of accepting your offer. Typically, the higher the price, the amount of money that you fill in, the more comfortable a seller is in accepting your offer and taking their home off the market. The last thing that a seller wants is to accept an offer, start a transaction, and execute a contract, and have to put their house back in the market because it fell through. On the buying side, it offers you some protection. And please just know that if you do put earnest money down, that is not on top of what you purchased the home overall. That money that you give to the seller now will be deducted at closing and deducted on the overall purchase of your home. So it's not extra, it's just money up front that will be deducted later. So on the buying side, I get asked a lot, do I have to put money down, the earnest money down? And what I would strongly recommend to any buyer is that you do. Give something, an offering to the seller. But ultimately what that does, it allows you to terminate or back out of a contract the more you understand the home and the condition and the structure and possibly the community that you're going to be moving into. So say, for example, you put an offer on a home, it gets accepted, and you are so thrilled. You give your earnest money check to the seller, you start your option period, and you have your inspection, you have your HOA documents sent to you, you're learning more, and you ultimately decide that you no longer want to purchase that home. With the earnest money down, in many different forms of the contract, you can back out and most of the time get your money back in full. Now say you don't put the earnest money down. You leave yourself vulnerable to something that we call specific performance on the selling side. If for some reason you decide that you no longer want to purchase that home and you did not put that earnest money down, ultimately the seller can sue you for specific performance and make you go through this transaction of purchasing the home even if you don't want to. So to save yourself and a possible sticky legal situation later down the road, go ahead and put some money forward down to save yourself a huge headache later on down the road. So that's what I wanted to cover with you today. What is it? It is showing good faith from the buyer to the seller side, and it is important for many different reasons. For the seller, it gives you some comfort that the buyer does want to move forward in purchasing your home. And from the buying side, it gives you some legal protection and a safety net to back out of the contract if it turns out that is not the right home for you at the end of the day. So if you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. If there's another topic that you'd like for me to discuss, please let me know. Next week, we're going to be going over what an option period is and why it's so important. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Till next time.